stuff. There was no, like now, I mean, I own the actual amp that Eddie did the Beat It solo with for Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And it came to me because I was doing amp repairs for Andy Brower's Studio Instrument Rentals.
Yeah.
And Eddie, they had called and said, Eddie's going to be in town. He needs this type of amp. Do you have it? And Andy calls me up and says, hey, bring your amp in. And will you loan it? Will you rent it to Eddie for $100? And I'm fuck yeah, I'll rent it to Eddie for $100. And so I brought it out to Andy, and it went in, did the solo. The next day or 2 days later, I get my amp back, $100 bill. And for some reason, and I thought I put it in a plastic Ziploc bag and put it inside of the amp underneath. It's not there. I don't know what happened to the receipt on that. I have looked everywhere through all of my scrapbooks and everything. I don't know what happened to it.
Wow.
But that is my amp that he used on the Beat It solo on the
So I think the story was that he was on tour and you didn't have an amp. Okay.
That's right. His stuff was all on tour. He flew in from New York. They picked him up at the airport. They took him to the studio. He did the solo, took him back to the airport, and he went back and, finished his tour.
What kind of amp was it?
Marshall 100-watt super bass that I had modified a little bit. A 71 super bass 100-watt head.
Suckers are clean, man. I had one for a while.
This one's killer.
Did you guys just crank the heck out of it, or was there any?
Oh yeah. I have a master volume in it, but yeah, it's pretty. If you get it up there and you put a little booster in front of it, like a
EP,
like a Green Rhino. That's what I like to use, a Green Rhino.
Okay. From
Way Huge Electronics. I think that's the overall best overdrive going right now. Okay. But back then, I don't know what he was using. OD1 or something like that back in the day. Yeah. You put that in front of it, it's heaven. I mean, you are in the zone.